to make sure I popped in here and I gave you that little nugget, right, to hopefully continue to inspire you to just push a little bit further, or maybe just to help you think about something in a different way or perspective, right? So we could all probably, I want to say attest. We could all probably attest to feeling this way at some point, or maybe acting this way, where we're waiting for the perfect time to complete something, or to do something, or to start something, whether it's a meal plan like the 8-week nutrition, whether it's starting a new routine for working out, whether it's finding a new job, or having a hard conversation with someone. We're always waiting, right? Or maybe not always, but sometimes, right, we're waiting for this right time to come along to do these hard things, right? We're waiting for the perfect time. But here I want to challenge you guys today and let you know, or challenge you to think that, you know, the time might not ever be right. And if we continue to wait for the timing to be perfect, it might not ever happen. But instead, if you take action right now, if you take just that one small step that we're always talking about, doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be taken, you might actually make the time right now, right? So this story is about 2 seeds. Right? One seed is lying right next to the other seed, and they're talking to each other, right? The one seed turns to the second seed and he says, I cannot wait to grow. It's like, I can't wait till I can grow down in the dirt and lay my roots down as deep as I can and sprout beautiful flowers, feel the sun on my petals, right? Feel the wind, you know, shaking my stem, and tell people that spring is coming, right? And they'll know that spring is coming because of my beautiful blooms when the weather starts to change. And the second seed is listening to the first seed, and he's like, oh, that sounds great and all, but I don't think the time's right. The soil's too hard, and what if you go down there and you don't take, and you just end up dying down there in the soil? And the second seed, though kind of listened to the first couple words, said, nah, I'm ready to make this happen. And even though it was still the end of winter, dug himself deep down into the ground, right, and was determined, right, to grow. Whether the time was right or not, he was just so excited he decided just to take action right now. And the second seed is sitting there and he watches him and he's like, how can you do that? He's so worried about everything that's going to happen, thinking about, you know, what if I go down there and my roots don't take, or what if I grow and my stems or my leaves aren't as pretty, or what if a deer comes along and eats away at my leaves, right? He's thinking about all the ways that things that could possibly go wrong, all the reasons why he shouldn't take action now and why he should wait, why the timing wasn't right, right? Because it was winter and the soil was hard, and maybe the soil wasn't ready, and maybe they should have waited till spring. And while he's thinking about all these things and thinking about maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a month, or maybe in a week, the soil will be ready, maybe the time will be perfect, his friend, the first seed, grows up into a beautiful flower. And one day, right, the chicken comes walking through, right? Eddie, the eagle's chicken, comes prancing through the yard, and he stops and he looks at this beautiful flower, right? Remember, this was once the first seed who said, heck with it, I'm just going to try and see what happens. And he's looking for grub, and though he doesn't find grub, he sees the second seed there in the ground. He plucks it up and he eats it. And see, the first seed, though, you know, he was aware that things could go wrong, was ready to take the next step. He was ready to take action. He recognized that maybe the timing wasn't perfect, but he was going to make the time right by just doing something, right? Just taking that first step. And the second seed was so scared to do anything that he did nothing at all until he got eaten up by a chicken and probably crapped out later. So why am I telling you guys this story? Because I understand we're getting into the grind, right? We're getting into the end of week 4, and this is when the grind starts to happen. This is when it starts to become work. This is when it starts to maybe not be so easy to take that next step, where you maybe start to lose focus a little bit. I want to remind you, right, that it's just taking one action, that the timing might not be perfect, that maybe you're going on vacation, or maybe you have stuff coming up, or maybe the weather is sparking barbecues that you didn't see coming, or maybe whatever, things got thrown off your plan, and I get it. The timing will never be perfect, but I just want you to make the best of what you can do right now, right? Doesn't need to be the best thing ever, but it needs to just be a little bit better than maybe what you would have chosen or what you would have done before. So continue to take small actions, because that's where success comes from. Remember, it's not overhauling everything. It's just, can I make a better decision today? Can I make one step forward? Can I just do one more little thing? Can I just make the timing right, even though it might be tough, even though I might be telling myself, I really don't feel like it, right? And that's the difference between commitment, is when you continue to do things that you know need to be done, even though you don't feel like it anymore.